Hey guys, Sam here from Befit Physiotherapy. Today I'll be demonstrating a hip hinge or a bench hinge, which is an exercise that we will use to help with early stage post-operative shoulder surgeries, and it's a great way to start facilitating some range of motion back into the shoulder. So I did a similar video, and you can check that one out as well, that looks at the wall hinge. And again, for a similar reason, you can really help open up that shoulder range. However, one of the limiting factors with that wall hinge was being able to get your shoulders actively up to the right position to then, effectively use that hip hinge to get a stretch. So with this variation, the tabletop hinge or a table hinge or a bench hinge, whatever you want to call it, we are able to facilitate it while someone has much less shoulder flexion available to them. Now, I've got my bench set up at this height, but the possibilities are endless no matter how high or low you want to go, depending on the range of motion that you have available and also the strength and balance that you have in your legs. So if you have a lot lower of a bench, you have to squat down a lot more and then hinge more to get that stretch through. If you have higher up, you don't have to do it as much. So depending on your individual circumstances, you will see which one is best for you from a height perspective. And then as always, make sure you've got clearance from your surgeon and your physio to be conducting these exercises as well. So for this one, again, if you have the appropriate shoulder range, say this is my operative shoulder, this is not, this one can go all the way up, so no problem. This one, you might only be able to get up and over to there, and you might already be starting to feel a bit of tightness through there. Then what you're going to do is keep your hands glued and you're going to walk back slightly. Bend your knees so that you have good balance and center of gravity. And then from there, you're going to hinge back at the hips. Now, you might only be able to get to there before coming back up, and that's totally fine. But if you are able to walk your hands back a little bit more and keep them there, and then from there, you can get way more of a stretch because you are able to hinge more while not throwing off the center of the arms. So from here, starting position, you can see I'm in this forward lean, my hands are glued to the ground. Maybe the majority of the weight is on your good side. And then from there, you're hinging back. Maybe the majority of your body weight's on the good side, but you're still getting a stretch on this right operative side. So again, just because you've got both hands there doesn't mean you have to put body weight or a large body weight onto that side. You can still compensate with the other side if it's not quite ready for that kind of strength load. But we are getting a really nice active assisted stretch through that hip hinge movement.